Hi.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Take Two Radio. I'm Pam, your host, and tonight I have with me my co-host, Dawn. Yes, we are changing around things. She decided she missed me too much. But tonight we are so excited. We welcome actor, writer, and producer Juddy Talt. He has just finished writing and producing and starring in his movie called Language of a Broken Heart. It won 2 audience awards and Best Picture on the festival circuit. And we want to say welcome. Welcome, Juddy. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear anything.
No, I said thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. So you met my co-host, Dawn. I'm Pam.
Hi.
How are things going tonight?
Everything's fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm sitting in a blizzard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Can you come pick me up, please?
No, yeah, I'm looking out my window, deciding whether I should just go surf or just go for a run.
Oh, my gosh. I take it you're in California.
Exactly.
Oh,
wow.
I'm in Chicago, and we're getting winter at the end of winter, so we're not happy about it, but that's life. So you're a man with many hats, actor, writer, producer.
Yeah, that's right, and I'm way over my head. I'm completely, I went into this completely delusional, and for some reason it all worked out, so I have no idea what to do.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I tell you, from what I've seen of the trailer, Dawn and I watched it, and it's definitely our kind of movie. We were just talking about it before you got on the phone, that we can't wait to see it.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that, and I think that it definitely tests well for the female audience, and it definitely it's written by me. I'm a guy, so it's kind of from a guy's point of view, which is a unique kind of take on it. And look, guys can get their heart broken too. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't always show it or talk about it. So it's great that you're doing this. So it's a romantic comedy, which is right up our alley, and you'll have a lot of women in the audience. So how do they get in touch with you? Because you're good to look at, too.
Yeah, you have my publicist, so just, have them call, and we'll set it up.
Send photos, right?
No. Send biographies.
Biographies, okay.
Yeah.
That's better. I'm glad you said that, and so will all of our women in the listening range. Tell us and our listeners about how you came up with the idea of the movie.
Well, I think that for me growing up, I was a huge fan of movies from Cameron Crowe and filmmakers like James L. Brooks that just kind of told stories that were real and came from the heart. And for me, this is something that heartbreak is something that we can all relate to. It's the only thing we can all relate to. Mm-hmm. And I kind of wanted to speak to people about that, tell a story about heartbreak, and it was certainly semi-autobiographical in the way that I had my heart broken a couple times along the way, and I kind of we do some crazy stuff, and people, it's just kind of funny. It's just funny to watch yourself as you go through heartbreak, because your friends tell you to do one thing, your father tells you to do another, and I'll never forget my father took me to have a beer after my first heartbreak, and he said, after telling his story about, oh God, the first girl I thought I was going to marry, she broke my heart, and then he finally looked at me after a long time, and he's like, you know what, you just need to go out this weekend and get laid twice.
Oh my gosh.
So
not once, but twice.
No, exactly. It's like twice. And just so you know, I failed. I think that it's humorous because everyone has a way for you to cope with it, and they have all this advice, but no one really knows what to do. You have to go through it on your own, and you can go out and get drunk or do whatever and make bad decisions, but in the morning you're just going to wake up and feel worse about yourself. So
exactly,
it kind of just paints this brush about what the depths we go to when we have heartbreak, and really that there is a happy ending, and that one person is out there. So just keep at it.
There's somebody made for everyone, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and it's a movie that everyone can relate to, because I don't know of a human being alive that has not endured heartbreak of some sort at some point in their life. I mean, if they dated, they've endured heartbreak. I mean, they've either received it or they've been the giver of heartbreak. But yeah, it's one of those things that's just about universal in that regard. So it looks like it's going to be a great film.
Oh yeah, and Cameron Crowe did this movie Say Anything years ago with John Cusack, and it's just it's kind of like that in a way, where it's just this guy that wears his heart on his sleeve. He has pretty much the emotional heightened capacity of a female. He just says everything that he feels and wants. This great thing that love is, and for some reason it doesn't come with this one person, but. He goes back and tells the story of all the heartbreak that he had along the way since he first fell in love with a girl in like the third grade. So it's a cool little story, and it was a lot of fun.
Now, are you anything like your character?
Oh, unfortunately, I think I am.
Okay, so when you went through a heartbreak and you acted like your character in real life, did any of your friends want to biff you upside the head and say, move on, get out of it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just like, and I look back going, why was it ever like that? But you're in it, and you're just so deep in it, you can't even see the light, and it's just weird. But, yeah, my friends were taking me out. They were like, what are you doing? Stop being like this. And, yeah, they were stopping me and doing whatever they could. And I went to go see a therapist, and that therapist, I'll never forget, was like, he was like telling me all these things about relationships and why they work and why they don't work. And I said, well, how's your relationship? And he's like, oh, I'm getting divorced again. And I'm like, and I'm like, well, and of course everyone goes through it, but I'm thinking to myself, why am I taking advice from a guy that's getting divorced for the third time?
Yeah, I know. That's so true. It's
and
like,
paying them.
And paying them. That's right. So I'm curious. Now you mentioned you grew up watching Cameron Crowe and so forth. And do you consider them to be any of your biggest influences in terms of your acting and what you're doing now, or do you have others?
Oh, I mean, Woody Allen, definitely. I mean, I guess that's the easy answer. Everyone wants to be Woody Allen. Everyone wants to do a movie a year and star in it and everything like that. But I think that with Cameron Crowe and James L. Brooks and even Woody Allen, I'll throw him in there too because, I mean, he's a legend and he does it so well. But they just blend comedy and drama so well. And I think that's a very, very tough thing to do because as a writer, tone is so important and audiences, are ready for something, and you can't. It's hard to blend those two together. And so, James L. Brooks with Terms of Endearment, and Cameron Crowe with Almost Famous, and Say Anything. I mean, they blend this comedy and drama so well, and those are the type of movies I want to make because they're real. And we don't go through life just laughing all the way, and we don't go through life crying all the way. So if you can find that line where it just kind of blends that perfect mix of comedy and drama, then you got me, and that's definitely those two guys are definitely influences because of that.
Excuse me. When writing the movie, did you know who you wanted to play the different parts? Like, how did you choose Oscar Nunez?
Well, Oscar Nunez just came to us. I mean, not came to us. I knew that I wanted Oscar Nunez because with our budget and everything, we weren't going to get like mega stars. But Oscar's big. I mean, he's in The Office. Yeah. He's awesome.
Right.
Been in improv forever. He's hilarious, and he plays the therapist, and that's the one real comedy role in the film. And I'll tell you, we didn't have a we didn't have him attached until like 2 weeks into our shooting schedule. I mean, we were shooting the film, we had everything cast, and like it was just taking forever for him to make a decision or read the script and this and that. And you know, we had all the crews out there. I mean, it's a big ordeal, and
mm-hmm.
I was looking at the director going, oh my gosh, are we going to be able to finish this film? We don't even have a therapist. And he shoots the last 2 days, and luckily he finally read the script and liked it, and you know, we flew him out a week later, and we did it.
Wow.
Well, I'm curious. I'm sorry, Pam. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, go ahead, Dawn.
Okay, well, I was going ahead. I know. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. You know, I'm curious, and there may be people out there listening who may be curious as well. But if you write a screenplay or you want to write a script for a movie, and let's say you've got it finished, what is your advice to someone that is looking to get it financed or to get it, you know, into a screen? I mean, to make it onto the screen. I mean, what are the steps and what does it take? Because I'm sure it's not an easy process.
It takes so much alcohol and so much perseverance. I mean, it's just you're just going to get rejected so many times, and it means nothing about you. It literally means nothing about you or the project. I mean, these people in Hollywood that are making films, I mean, they're just they're obviously they have their go-to, they have their Steven Spielbergs and this and that, and so how does a young person or a first-time filmmaker, or writer, or actor, or anything break through? It's so hard, but you just have to believe in yourself. You just have to keep on. I mean, persistence is everything. And for me, you know, that's kind of what I did with this film. I said, I wrote the screenplay. I want to make it, and I will, you know, do everything I can to make the film. And we went out and did it. And you know, you just have to believe in yourself and really just kind of go for it. I mean, you're going to have so many naysayers. You're going to have so many doubts.
Right. And
other people are going to put doubt in your mind. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you're just going to go out and you're really just kind of making this film for you anyway, and if they enjoy it, great.
Yeah, and you'll find that with just about any project that you have to believe in yourself and your project before you can, you know, get it out there to anybody else to believe in it.
Yeah, we definitely did not. I mean, look, we wanted, you know, this to be a picture that as many people could see. I mean, we didn't know that we were going to be in the theaters. I mean, we didn't know that we would have any distribution whatsoever. But, you know, we did it, and now we're coming out in Regal Cinemas and you know, Lemley's, and so, you know, we're thrilled, and it's just kind of the best case scenario for us. But it just goes to tell you, I mean, I had so many doubts. The director, Rocky Powell, who did an unbelievable job, you know, we both wanted to, like, a week before shooting, we were sick to our stomach. Like, are we really doing this?
Oh, God.
But,
well,
you know,
what was it like the first time you saw it?
You know, honestly, I watched it with the first cut. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. And a romantic comedy that is over 94 minutes is an absolute disaster. I mean, that's Quentin Tarantino's movies are 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's way too long, and he deserves that, and he can pull it off. But for a romantic comedy, I mean, the audience will just walk out. So, you know, we watched this 2 hour and 40 minute cut or whatever, and I swear, I mean, we were like, Rocky, the director, and I were like crying. I mean, we were like hugging two guys, hugging each other, and you know, it was like, dude, that was the first time we hugged. Come here and give me a hug. I mean, we were shocked that it actually worked because, I mean, you know, we're shooting it, we're running and gunning, and it's a, you know, shoestring budget, and it all came together, and we watched it for the first time. We said, wow, there is a story in here. It looks great, and it's funny, it's sad, it's all that stuff that we wanted it to be, and it was, yeah, it was definitely a dream come true watching that for the first time.
Well, I was reading something about your filming locations for the movie, and I saw one of them was in Rockford, Illinois, which is about 45 minutes north of me. What did you film there? We shot in Dallas, New York, and Rockford. In Rockford, we just did some exterior shots because pretty much the second half of the film is based in Rockford. In fact, my mom grew up in Rockford, Illinois, so I had to give a little shout out. And I spent a lot of summers. Yeah, exactly. Love you, Mom. I spent a lot of summers out there visiting my grandparents and everything, and my cousins and my mom's whole side of the family, and you know,
had a real affinity with Rockford, and